Have you mainly
Yeah,
been playing solo, or have you been playing with your friend again, or still?
I've been playing with my friend.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
he's one game off of bronze 3, I think.
nice. Um, yeah, I mean, average deaths are they're a little high, like five 5.8. It's not terrible. Like, there's definitely it looks like your games are kind of similar to the majority of Nunu's. Like, if you're winning, your deaths are generally pretty low. If you're losing, your deaths are really high. Your CS falls behind.
Hmm.
It looks like some games your CS is like, you're having a really good game, 3011, 6 CS per minute. Another game, 1 in 10, 3 CS per minute. Um, yeah, a lot of the games, it looks like we struggle farming wise, which is common though. But we definitely want to see these CS numbers up a little bit.
Okay.
Um, KP is pretty good in most games.
Yeah, I think
And
since our last one, I've been focusing more on the KP and dropping off of that full clear type mentality that I was running, but I probably swung that too far.
yeah, yeah, and trying to help team as much as possible. Um, Alrighty, if you want, we can try a slightly different rune page than
Oh,
what we're running before. If you want to try the domination tree, unless you're really liking the precision tree, it'll just give you a little bit more movement speed, a little bit early damage, or a little bit more early damage if you connect your snowball. Um, but overall, like game wise, like sample size is still pretty low. So, but there has been improvements for sure. So, for this game, for this live game, do you want it to be the same as the last one, where I'm kind of helping direct you, um, for like where you'll be wanting to go, what you'll be wanting to do? Or do you want me to take more of a back seat? You make the decisions, and then like kind of talk about it.
yeah, I guess I can kind of focus on like narrating my thought process and what my ideas are, and maybe more so you correcting me on whenever I've got the wrong idea on things.
Sweet. All right.
That
If,
way, it's something I can take into.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
If you want to share your screen, and then I'll pop in. You can queue up.
just play with some volume. And so, yep. So it's in good, man.
What's been good?
Hmm.
Just been working, been pretty busy. I also haven't really had a ton of time myself to stream and whatnot, but
Yeah, I feel that.
for the best. Yeah. So if you want to try, if you want to go into your rune page, we can. Uh, you can click no secondary. Sorry, domination secondary. Yeah, and then top left, and then very bottom middle. Sweet.
Indian champions or something.
So you just do a little bit more damage when you hit them with your snowball, and then that gives you more movement speed when you get takedowns on people.
Okay.
Oh, and then phase rush. Here you can ban your champ. Yeah. And then we'll just go back to phase rush. So far right, far left, and then middle. Perfect. Have you been getting terrorized by Darius Jungle?
I haven't, but I've been active on Reddit and
Oh
don't
yeah,
want to fuck with it.
yeah. It is. Oh, it is quite the pick.
Yeah, I've been seeing people rage about it on Reddit, and I just don't want to be on the receiving end.
Honestly, valid. Oh, so have how's kind of how are your games feeling for you? Like, I know you said you feel like you're dying a little bit more. How do you feel like the ganks have been going off, or you're clearing into ganks and whatnot?
Yeah, really enjoying the clears into ganks. I do enjoy the level 3 gank play style, and more often than not, I do believe uh, we win the early game. Um, it's just taking that lead and doing something with it.
100%. And do you feel like that's something that kind of as you're getting into the mid and late game that you're losing, kind of a game plan that you have set out for yourself, or do you find like teammates are doing things like what do you find are generally making you
Try to
lose control?
try to focus less on what my teammates are doing. I need to adapt better to that though. Like whenever I'm going to an objective and they just refuse to move to it,
Hmm.
how I adapt mentally and either just giving it up and going back to farming or something. Because that's where a lot of my deaths will come.
Mm-hmm.
Is I go to contest an objective that I feel like I have priority for, and then um, instead of adapting around my teammates, I then end up trying to force it. And yeah,
Yeah, but that's still a good mentality to have, though. That you tend to focus less on your teammates because that's a big thing in this game. Is a lot of people tend to blame teammates instead of focusing on
right.
themselves. So that's good. Um, I mean, this
No, I mean I've
game.
seen the Smurfs go through and wreck bronze and whatever elos. So I mean, I know it's always something I could do better.
So this game, they have Gwen with Ghost TP. We got Urgot. Does Urgot have? Okay, he has Flash Ignite. Honestly, like I'm not a huge fan personally of pathing top, but generally in these situations where at least one of the laners doesn't have TP, it's usually pretty free. Like we should be able
Okay.
to do Red Raptor's Gromp and get a gank on Gwen. Also, the fact that Urgot has Flash and she only has Ghost, if you're snowballing towards her, he should be able to help you lock her down. Hopefully, our team is nice. A little 4v3 to start the game. That was a good use of your time, though. I like that you placed that ward while your team was giving first blood. So now we'll at least know
Yeah.
where their jungle's going.
You know, I do get this ward out here, but I got to start remembering to pay attention to it.
Yeah, well, sometimes too, even if, say, you don't see it directly with your eyes, but the enemy walks over it, like it'll still update the scoreboard. So it'll say how much
Okay.
CS the enemy jungler has. So you'll know if, when you see them, if they only have 4 or 8 CS, then you'll know what camps they took.
Right. That's looking good.
Yep, if Urgot can hold the wave, it'll be perfect. I would go through river here.
Okay. Oh no.
That's okay. All right. You can start. Perfect. Looks pretty free. She's probably going to go in bush and ghost. Okay, so we got a huge. Well done. All right, you can go like take your blue, and then take scuttle when it's up.
All right. She TP'd in.
Wave's good for Urgot though, so what you might be able to do here is take blue and then crab, and then by that time the wave's going to be pushing towards Urgot. If she can't get it to crash, you know, she's got no sums, should be able to gank again freely. I would probably just go right to crab and snowball off of it because it'll be perfect timing with Urgot arriving. Wave will be big, so you'll have to be a little bit careful, but if you hit snowball, it should be a free kill. Oh, look at that. Oh, she's just... Nice. Alright. Now, if I was Gwen, I would be pretty cheesed. Now, what are you thinking? Oh, you should be fine. You can just Q her. EQ. Nice, okay. Good call. Get base. What are you thinking of buying?
Dark Seal boots.
Perfect.
And into this, gonna control ward.
Sweet. I think bot's looking pretty ripe for the taking here. They're being a little bit aggressive.
Start Krugs or just
go nice. They kill Lulu. You could probably roll just straight down lane, closer to tier 2 tower. MF's pretty fast. She might be able to just run away if she's smart, but you could start like now. But she's also playing pretty upfront because of how low Kai's is, so I'm not sure if she has sums or not. Okay, that's fine. We just take her flash. You can look if crab's up. Q smite crab, then we see Vi on your raptor, so you could Q smite that. I don't even know what Vi is doing. She's not on your raptors right now.
No vision anywhere.
Okay, so she did take your raptors just off vision, so you can take Krugs if you want. Because we don't want this fight. It's okay. Your bot lane's gone.
Yep.
Galio's probably going to get dove. You can go try and hover that if you want. I would just start snowball now and meet her in the raptor bush. She's got no Q. Galio has ult, so if he needs to, he can ult you to survive. Nice. Alright. I'd just go take grubs here. We've got no bot camps. Their jungle's dead. Uncontested camp. Sometimes too, what I like to do depends on how you're feeling and how the top wave is looking. You can take like 1 or 2 of these and then go gank top because it won't notify the team that you've taken the grubs yet until all 3 are gone. But it looks like Urgot just kills.
Yep.
Sweet. Your team's playing well this game.
Yeah, this is looking
good to see.
So far.
You're good. You're good. You just be able to Q smite it. Smite, smite. Woo! You scared me. Playing mind games with the Vi or mind games with me?
Yes.
All right. And a pretty safe general rule of thumb, if you've been in your jungle for a while, gotten a couple plays off, recalling really anywhere with over 1,000 gold is usually a pretty safe pick. But I also respect, you know, taking the quadrant of the jungle and then resetting. You just don't want to get in a habit, which I find myself in sometimes too, that it's like, okay, I take wolves and it's like, oh, a play's come up, but I have 1,300 gold. I'm going to go for the play. And then you lose your Dark Seal stacks, you lose your tempo, and it's just not good. So all right, so I agree with going bot here. This is good. We've got no camps top. Urgot's pretty much just solo winning his lane right now. Dragon is up. Bot is there. I imagine Vi will probably at some point be showing bot or mid, so you can take your red if you'd like. We'd like to hit level 6 ideally. Just makes us that much stronger for if we're looking to counter something or engage.
Yeah.
There's Vibe bot, so you can Q smite red and go bot. If they both die, it might be hard, but Galio's ulting in. You might be able to pick up a straggler here. Oh, they're all full health, okay. And nice W. Perfect. Just take the dragon. Galio's TPing. Vex might come try and stop you.
I got vision at least. And I've got flash.
Just keep queuing on cooldown. You should be fine. You should be fine. It's okay. She'll catch her wave, push it out.
I should have held Q, I think, there, but
It's risky for sure, but that's okay. Looks like Galio's getting engaged on. You want to take a look at mid? Alright, he's fine. Oh, snowball mid or walk mid just if you can, just to be with him. Nice. Oh, he's crazy. W. Okay, you just gotta run.
this is bad.
Yeah. Vi will lock you down and Lulu flash. Yeah, nice. Okay. I didn't expect Galio to just go back in like that because you're just kind of, you know, being a bodyguard there. But that's okay. That was I saw the vision with the ulti, but Vi is just she's so annoying. And as soon as we see Lulu, there's nothing we can do.
Yep. Catch this wave.
Nice. I'd probably. You can take crab and either look to dive top, stay on map, or reset before grubs. Whatever you feel more comfortable with.
Check our raptors, maybe? Since we saw our bottom.
Great.
Was that a bad idea? Or?
No, no.
Okay.
That's a good call. You saw her bot. Her raptors are up. It's a free camp that you're stealing from her. Grubs are going to be up. You've got prio mid. You've got prio top. It's great. Great option. Nice. Very well done.
Too low to go straight in. Or no, I'll queue up.
You got Q smite. You'll heal up pretty quick. Your only threat really is you know, Vi queuing over the wall or something blindly.
Yeah.
And ulting you, but oh, run. Yep. Not the flash. You should be fine. You got ult. Oh, ult. Damn. Oh,
I used it already for the shield.
That camera kind of confused me.
Yeah.
That's okay. They kill her.
Yep. They clean up for it. And Urgot kills it. I can path bot once I spawn now.
Perfect. And then what do you think in this game boot-wise, looking at the enemy team?
They got a Lulu Misfortune, Vi's melee, Vi's strong, so I'm probably gonna go plated steel caps.
Yeah, I think honestly either boots this game would be a good option. They've got a decent amount of CC and slows, but then they also have a decent amount of
we don't have Kaisa.
Auto attackers.
Urgot's gonna be big.
Yeah, Urgot is definitely massive, which is great, and he seems to be doing okay on his own right now. I would like to get that shutdown on MF if we could, but it's hard if, oh, there's Vi. She's just pushing wave top. So if you want here, you could take your Raptors and then look to go into her bot side jungle until, you know, the enemy bot lane pushes up a little bit, and then you can flank them from behind with a gank.
I'm gonna pick up this Rose.
Because we see, you can leave it, you can leave it. you're gonna waste like 10 seconds of your time trying to do that, opposed to, you know,
Okay.
stealing Vi's blue or getting the gank off bot. I would just take her blue. This wave should bounce back towards you guys, and then oh, there's a pink in that bush. Okay, just be careful. Yeah, I'd clear that pink in river bush there to the right. Oh, never mind. I'd just go take your red. Take your red and then kind of reassess what the enemy team is doing. Oh, all right. Galio has no ult.
Damn. Well,
Yeah, they really went for that. That's kind of tragic.
yeah, it happens.
Not much you can do when Vi clicks a button and it gets a Vex
Right.
a free ult off.
Dragon's up in 10. Go back
You
to
guys
red.
should get first tower.
Oh yeah, he's on it. Is Vi on my red? No.
I would probably just take your red and then I
She's
probably wouldn't even bother bot. But look at Kaisa's HP. You could maybe try and stop the dive, but like you don't have all, you don't have flash. I'd probably just give the dragon snowball mid here. If you guys can do something, you can. If not, just go take her topside camps. Okay, yeah, just run towards her raptors. See what's up there. We know she's gonna be on dragon. Nice. So if we can clear like all three of her camps here, or even two of them, it's huge.
it's a big trade still.
Yep, and then we got Herald coming up in under a minute, so 3 red too, wonderful. You can Q smite that if you want, or save smite for Krugs, but I would also take Krugs and then look to gank top.
Now you're supposed to pull this, right? There's a way they can get vision.
So they already saw you, it's okay, you can Q smite that.
Okay.
If they were paying attention, they saw you. So what happens is when those minions walk past that little alleyway there, that you can kind of see, yeah, so just run away from her. Vex and Vi might be here, but you should be able to just snowball away. You're probably gonna have to flash. Okay. Yeah, you guys don't really want this. You could Q Herald if you want. Try and help Galio.
We got Urgot here now.
Okay, nice. Go on Vex. Go on Vex. No flash. Q. Beautiful. All right, take Herald. Yeah, when I was saying snowball away from Gwen, I meant to try and run because you're unslowable when you're in your W.
Okay,
Instead of snowballing into her, because then she'll just stay on top of you. But we lived. It was a good fight. And if you want, since you're rose horny, you can take the roses after Harold's. I know you're already thinking about them.
Oh yeah.
I'd go top here. Just snowball. Cautious of the walls. We know Gwen has no ult. I don't know how far she's... She gone. Galio's got ult though. You have ult. You can just ult her. Probably solo killer, honestly. Nice follow up by Galio. Boom.
And the wave.
And the
My cannon.
wave.
I love fast snowballs out of base.
Oh, it feels so good once you have Dead Man's completed too.
Get fucked. Aww.
Nice. You can go towards Vi on drag here. Even if she gets it, like, you guys still kill her. Oh, nice
Yep.
snipe by the support. Just take her bot side jungle, whatever she's got. You guys can probably get away with a dive if you want to snowball in once the wave touches tower. Oh, nice. Damn. Lux is popping off now. Good engage. Nice. It's looking good. I would probably recall here and... Okay, never mind. Galio's going to help your base. You could snowball behind Gwen here. If Galio engages, she's cooked.
And then use the
She's going to run
hero
towards
vector killer.
river there. Just keep chasing her down.
Oh,
It's okay, you got E. Galio's got taunt. Max range taunt, nice. Nice. We got 1300, we got enough for dead. Oh, and the FF. Huge.
neat.
How'd you feel that game, like tempo-wise?
It felt good. That's how a lot of my early games go. It just was able to translate into the mid and late game here. And yeah, that's my biggest disconnect is how to string it all together.
So a good rule of thumb that can probably help you with that is that game kind of turned around a little bit in the sense that, you know, your bot lane wasn't doing too great, but then, you know, you and Galio were going to help, or Urgot came to help, so that kind of recovered it. But if you're having a game where, like, Urgot was super fed, we gave him a lead, he was playing well on his own, he was solo killing, he was picking up things if you died. And if your bot lane continues to not play that well, sometimes you can just keep playing towards the top side of the map where your strongest champ is and try and win through that way. This game, everyone kind of started pulling their own before they FF'd in the last like 5 minutes. But it's just about translating that lead that you develop early and kind of continue snowballing it into the mid and late game. You know, like you said, where I was like, oh, Vi's bot side. You say, let's go take a Raptors, and then after Raptors, you know, we can take something else or look for an objective. That's always good. Those are the things you want to think about, because if you know where the enemy jungler is, you can make any sort of play you want on the opposite side of the map, and you know it's uncontested. So just playing a bit more calculated and knowing what you can do when is really going to help you carry the leads and not throw. Same thing with, oh, we've got like 1300 gold. Do we go look for a fight, or should we back and spend our gold, get stronger? Knowing when the enemy team has more numbers than we do, to just not fight it. Even if your team wants to, you know it's losing, you know it's the worst play, just go do something else.
Right.
But that was really good. You hit a lot of great snowballs, snowballed your lead well. There wasn't any really major mistakes. You played safe when you had flash up.
Cool. That's what I like to hear.
Do you feel like there was anything in that game that you have questions about, or
trying to replay it in my head right now.
Because that was really just a perfect scenario Nunu game, really.
Yeah, ran when I needed to run. I know the one time I died was just an R, unfortunate. I can't remember my other death, if I could have played it better. Oh, the other death was whenever we went in with Galio.
Yep.
That was probably should have just left him whenever we saw it was a bad idea. I guess a ward question. How do you typically handle warding, and when to use sweeper or yellow ward in your games? What I've been doing is I start yellow, drop that somewhere to hopefully help, and then I go sweeper.
So wards, the rest of the game. Wards are good if you're gonna get knowledge or benefit out of them, or your team will. But if you're not, if you're someone like you said that sometimes you don't pay attention to the ward and you don't get benefit from it, then it might be better to just always start with sweeper, because like a couple seasons ago or multiple patches ago, you used to be able to start ward, go drop a ward, recall, have sweeper, and your sweeper would be up by the time you start your clear. Then they nerfed that, so you can't. So if you go drop ward, start sweeper, you won't be able to use sweeper until probably after your first gank. So yeah, if you're not really going to get benefit from the ward, then it's probably best to just be oracles all the time and clear enemy vision and play more defensive than offensive with your vision. So I would say the only other time you would really need wards is if you're really scared of an enemy invading, or you're going for a major objective, which you can just buy a pink if you want. As
Okay.
far as where to place wards, generally just, if you want to go take grubs, bring a pink ward with you to go take grubs or go take dragon, and then you can try and ward either defensively, so like closer in your side of the jungle to see if enemies cross towards dragon for vision, or more aggressive and past mid river kind of into the enemy jungle, so if they're going to be coming to the objective.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, like yellow wards, especially on Nunu, I find just sweepers a lot better, because if you clear enemy vision, then you can just back off, wait a couple seconds, snowball in, they'll have no idea. Opposed to if you're
Right.
stuck with a yellow trinket, then sure, where the enemy team is or something, but they'll know where you are too.
Okay.
So if you feel like you've been getting a benefit from starting the ward level 1 and dropping it wherever you usually do in enemy jungle, like you did in last game on Raptor Pit or somewhere else, then you can keep doing that. But if you want to try out sweeper, then, because most of the times, like maybe not in bronze, but as you get a little bit higher, there'll be a lot of people who will know what Nunu does, so they'll maybe ward between your gromp and your blue, so they can see you while you're clearing it. Then if you're going to come and gank, or maybe they'll ward your Raptor Pit or areas that you'd be able to clear, try bush, stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that was good.
Sweet. Are you still liking the build so far? You have any questions about any itemization or?
Um, when to build Thornmail?
Basically never. If I'm being honest with you, the item is really not that. Maybe if they're like 5 AD, 4 AD, or your team isn't building any sort of anti-heal, and the enemy team maybe has a support Soraka or a support Yumi. I
Okay.
really just despise the item on Nunu. Some people might like it more, but most high elo Nunu players do not like Thormail. A lot of other champions apply anti-heal a lot better, like mages, AD carries. The items are better.
Right.
So unless you really, really need to, maybe like third or fourth item into those situations, like I said, with the enchanter healing supports, and your team
Mhm.
isn't building anything then. But in this elo, like, you should be able to just kind of keep building the same thing and playing well and winning, regardless of what the enemy champs are.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't even have it on my list here.
Yeah, because like if
Um,
you if you're able to get to a point in the game where you have Deadman's Abyssal and Jock Show, like, you're kind of just so tanky. And then maybe after, if you want, if you notice they have a lot of healing, you can just sit on a Bramble Vest or even an Oblivion Orb.
okay.
Um, I kind of like the spike of Oblivion Orb better because it gives you AP. Then you
Right.
can just sit on that.
And that
Like
builds
800 gold, and then
into
any ability
uh,
you deal damage to an enemy will apply anti-heal, whereas Thornmail, you have to rely on them auto-attacking you. Which, I mean, people probably still will in the elo, but higher you get, some people will just purposely not and only use spells, and then what do you do?
yeah, I actually didn't realize that Thornmail was just whenever people auto attacked you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I think you'll probably be pretty safe. It'll be pretty niche when you'll get into games that require you to directly build anti-heal. That will
Right.
actually make it feel good anyways.
Right. Cool. Um, yeah, no other questions unless there's anything else you
Sweet.
feel like
No,
needs
man, I
addressed.
think if you can replicate that in most of your games, then I think you're easily on your way to cruise through bronze into silver.
Oh yeah.
And as always, if you have any questions as you're playing, or you randomly get woken up in the middle of the night and think of something, feel free to shoot me a message, and I'll do my best to answer them.
Sounds good, man.
And yeah, if there's nothing else, I hope you have yourself a wonderful night, and keep me posted on the climb, man. Congrats on bronze. We're making our way
Thank you.
up there.
Yes, sir. All right.
Alrighty.
Well,
Have a
have a
good
good
night,
one.
Tater.